So Sergio says, I would be okay if she were talking to women. He's talking about Pearl. I'd be okay if she were talking to women, but not men. Don't ask the fish. Yeah. So what he means by that, there's this concept that if you want to catch fish, you ask the fisherman, right? You don't ask the fish themselves because is a fish really going to give you the correct information, right? And the analogy obviously is, if you want to know how to date women, do you ask a woman or do you ask somebody who's, a guy, the fisherman in that analogy, who, has experience in doing that? I mean, the thing with Pearl is she's not a dating coach. That's the first thing. I mean, she's not a dating coach. I mean, she talks about dating. She talks about social issues. She's not, I mean, maybe the odd tweet here or there or whatever, but, in the main, she's not somebody who's sitting there going, hey, I'm a dating expert, come to me. I'm going to teach you how to get high quality women or whatever. I mean, in part, that's why she gives me a platform, because that's more of a speciality that I bring to the table. And obviously I'm a guy as well. She's more somebody who's a commentator on a range of social issues, largely to do with, intersexual dynamics and the modern dating scene and et cetera, but also other things as well, politics and the culture at large. So I think, criticisms like that, they always feel a little bit misplaced. It's the same thing actually, even with Rollo Tomassi, because you'll get people who say, well, Rollo Tomassi, when was the last time he did a cold approach? If he went to the club, would he be getting the bad bitches and all this kind of thing? And it's like, well, he's been married for 27 years, right? He's a writer. He is somebody who is very analytical. He's able to break down concepts. He's able to explain things and connect the dots, as he would say, in a very proficient manner. And that in itself is very valuable for a lot of people, okay? So people always have this weird sort of, kind of second guessing where a person should come from. If that makes sense, right? So, firstly, as I say, Pearl's not a dating coach, but secondly, can she have a view on these things? Well, absolutely, because she's interviewed thousands of men, she's interviewed thousands of women. So, she's probably got a better idea than certainly most people have about what's going on out there.
We got into London like maybe 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah. We've been here for about maybe a little over 24 hours.
And we're ready to go back home, bro.
Yeah, we're ready to go back, bro. We're ready to go back, man. But yeah, other than that, sorry guys for the delay. Obviously, we're in a new setup. Shout out to Pearl for hooking us up and being so gracious to allow us to use her studio. But yeah, we got a packed house in here.
So we'll speed forward a little bit. Looks like I'm saying something here. Let's see what.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yo, all my days.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see you next time.
We could freestyle together.
Yeah.
It is low.
Right. Multiple loads from. Okay.
All right. What about you? What's your name?
Hi. It's about 30 years. Yeah. I got an update for you.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to chat.
Are your parents still together?
Damn, you like to get personal.
Yes.
No, my parents are not together.
Divorced?
They were never married.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then, Fresh, your favorite question?
Birth control?
Yes.
Okay. So you're on birth control. All right, cool.
Body count?
This nigga.
Low.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
I thought she was going to say loads there.
It is low.
Okay. Plus multiple loads from. Okay.
All right. What about you? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Sakina.
So basically, one of the things I wanted to do today is actually talk about Sakina because, and hopefully we're going to be getting Sakina on tomorrow to have a conversation between the two of us. She was going to come on today. It was too short notice, really. But what she says later on in the show about a situation that she's just gone through with her boyfriend, or she's now ex-partner, right? I thought was really interesting, and it really kind of revealed some what you might call like red pill truths about women and what women want and how women operate. Okay, so her input in particular, very interesting. Let's listen to a little bit now, and then we might speed on and listen to what she says towards the end.
Sakina?
Sakina, yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 29. I just turned 29.
Okay. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm Moroccan.
Okay. Kalam Arabi or?
Kalam Arabi شوية.
شوية. Oh, Arabi مكسر. Okay. What do you do for work?
Bless you.
I'm an entertainment showbiz journalist and presenter.
Okay. Journalist?
Yeah, and presenter.
And a presenter. When you say presenter, what do you
Like
mean?
host.
Okay, like on a news show or something? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Like an anchor?
Yeah, entertainment news, e-news style kind of thing.
Okay. Highest education level completed?
Bachelor's degree?
That's the 16 to 18 thing.
No, that's university.
Oh, university degree. Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you major in?
Journalism.
Okay. And that's 4 years or 5 years?
3 years.
Okay. So the standard, a bachelor's degree for you guys is 3 years.
It's
here.
3 years,
Okay.
usually.
Learn something new every day.
What's
Okay. Relationship status?
Single.
What's interesting about Myron, and I think is we can all take a leaf out of his book, is how careful he is about like just notating everything. If you watch him on this and then you watch him on his own, you know, when he does the show at his own studio, he's always taking notes on what everybody says. And it's very meticulous, but it's really, really useful because what you notice as you go through a show like this is that because he's noted everything down, he's then able to refer back to it later and say, well, actually, earlier on you said this. And under normal circumstances, people might forget. So it's quite impressive the way that he does that. Actually, I think it really brings added depth to the episodes because a lot of the time, you know, like the conversations go on for so long that you almost forget what somebody said before. But it's really about, I suppose, what he's doing really is it's about accountability, isn't it? It's about saying, well, you said this. This is what you say your values are. This is where you say you're coming from. But actually, now you're saying something different. And I think that's really the value of these kinds of shows where people sort of reveal themselves throughout the course of a longer conversation.
I'm protecting my peace.
Okay.
Wait, that's
Preach.
new.
Yeah, I got an update for you.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we'll have to chat.
What-
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm single, newly single. Yeah.
Question: who bought those Van Cleef bracelets for you?
No, I bought these.
All for yourself?
Yeah.
How much a piece?
How much a piece?
How much it cost?
I don't know. I just get it from my jeweler, my Lebanese jeweler.
Nigga, you don't know the cost of it?
Yeah, they're not like expensive. They're not like Van Cleef. They're like 18 karat gold designed in Van Cleef.
Okay,
So I don't go to the Van Cleef shop. I just get gold.
got it. Okay.
All right. He's the jewelry guy, as you could tell. Are your parents still together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How long? 30 years, probably. Plus?
Yeah, it's about 30 years. Yeah.
Okay. And then, fresh fruit. Are you on birth control?
Come on, man. Come on. Tell us, man. Come on.
No.
No,
Okay.
not engaging in anything.
Okay. So.
Fresh's English accent is quite funny. It seemed to sort of improve over the time he was here. He was getting into like, oh, it's a mad painting and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the birth control question is quite funny. I think there's a fairly newish one for them. Kind of interesting. Actually, interestingly enough, most of the women on here weren't. I think there was only one woman who said that she was on birth control. So for what it's worth.
Keeping it natural.
Waiting for marriage.
Chocolate bleu. Okay.
All right. What about you? What's your name?
My name's Rihanna.
Okay.
Okay, so look, let's move it forward a little bit. So Sakana is pretty cool. I've met her I think a couple of times. The first time, well, I've met her actually on Pearl's show. So I've met her on the pregame. I think a couple of times. She's pretty cool. She's like a showbiz journalist. You know, we speak offline and everything else. And as I say, hopefully we're getting her on tomorrow to do a show where we're going to talk just more generally about, you know, basically what do women want, okay? Because that's kind of what it comes down to. And what you're going to see later on in this is how they really get into a very interesting sort of scenario that she had with her ex and, you know, the kind of the sort of competing desires that women will often want from men. And it's pretty kind of, it's not what you'd expect, you know? And this is the thing, right? So as guys, we tend to be very logical. We tend to think, okay, right, so A plus B plus C equals D. And it's not really like that because in the female realm, emotion is king, okay? And so therefore, even if you're successful across many, you know, what are the normal arbiters of success in the modern world? Well, they're things like good looks, maybe height, maybe how rich you are, maybe the clothes that you wear, the status symbols, you know, like the cars that you have, all these kinds of things. All right, those are the normal arbiters of, okay, this is a high value man. That's what most people think when we talk about, you know, a high value man. However, you can have those things and you can still not satisfy a woman's innate desire for a masculine figure. Okay, and we're going to look at what she says later and kind of break it down and see an exercise of this in real life, because it's really, really fascinating stuff. Again, you know, we're just, the problem is guys, we're just sort of, we think it's this straightforward thing. We think it's this algorithm where it's like, okay, right, I'll do A, B, C, and D, and then we're good to go. And it really just isn't like that. Let's just have another look at this.
Okay, all right. Them boys? Oh, WFNF as always, but quick question. Why y'all bring this grifter pro on? Oh, shit. She made a hit piece on y'all when you guys were at your lowest. We didn't forget she tried bullying y'all. Fuck pro. God damn, them boy. You have anything you want to say? That obviously is from Rumble.
No, I mean, I was wrong. I apologized. So I will say on live on air that I'm sorry for that. You know, I was wrong. So.
And guys, we spoke. She definitely, you know, she's apologized for the better part of a year plus, man. And here's the thing. I think once it happened to her too.
Myron hung up on me the first time.
So this is obviously now referring to the beef that got squashed, and you know, I'm glad that it did. I mean, I don't know the full details of it, but I mean, I'm friends with them. I'm friends with Pearl. They're all good people, and I think it's good that, you know, they've managed to sort of get over this and to sort of move forward, because fundamentally everyone's kind of on the same team here, right? And it's just, you know, it's unfortunate when people get into these beefs and they just last for a long time, and it's hopefully, you know, you can create content then which is going to be a benefit to people, right? Which you wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. But it was, you saw Pearl, obviously she apologized. She's very gracious about it. They kind of joke about it and so on and so forth. So, you know, there you go. I mean, people who are saying, oh, what about Pearl? Is she whatever in the chat? Well, look, I mean, you know, you can see there that very gracious side, the fact that she's willing to just say, hey, listen, I own it. You know, shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. There you go. So I think that was a laudable thing to do.